Hello. So every time for you, I'm going to bringing you wonderful English lectures from English literature and from English language. So it's my privilege to present myself in front of you on the English subject. Okay, and today also I brought for you a special lecture which is on speeches. Okay, so when we are talking about speeches, people will speak very less about it because of there are different reasons behind there. Because most of we are confused, and sometimes we may not have an idea, and sometimes when we are changing a direct speech into indirect speech, some of the changes will be taking place, and those changes may confuse most of the people who are learning, who are the learners, and in case of some of the intermediate learners, and not exactly an advanced learners, but anyhow, few peaches will help us to prove ourselves to get through some of the entrance examinations, and even for teaching English. And sometimes, uh, instead of saying as a speaker, sometimes we are quoting the meaning to the speaker's words. In such cases, indirect speech is certain. It's an essential one. It's an important one. So, in such cases, it is important, and we should have an idea how we can able to say that instead of somebody's words, we could say that without bringing any change and its meaning. We need to say as it is what the speaker has said. So if we have a clearer idea on speech, we can able to translate direct speech into enter indirect speech. So this lesson and the next lesson which I'm going to present here for you will be helping you to crack entrance examinations, competitive examinations, and to equip a better language. It will be helpful to you. Hope for that. And let me get into the topic straight away. And here is a small definition is given about that. Because when we talk about speech, speeches are two types. They are direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech is nothing but I'm speaking exactly. Rama said, I am watching a movie. And whoever says these words, these are the words of Rama only. But because we are using the direct words of the Rama. And here, if we are saying the meaning to or the meaning of what Rama said without changing, meaning, that will become indirect speech. So here, let me clear you. Speeches are two types. What I said and meaning to my words. If anybody said as what I said, as I said, will become direct speech. And what I said, that meaning is only indirect speech. Whoever said the meaning of my words will be indirect speech. So in such a way we can say speeches are two types. That's direct speech and indirect speech. So here is a small example is given. Direct speech repeats the exact words the person used or how he remembered their words. Rama said, I was watching a movie. And these are the words exactly. Rama said. Just we are changing the sentence, comma, starting inverted commas. I was watching a movie yesterday to this time, closing inverted commas. So here what Rama said, exactly as this we are saying, I was watching a movie yesterday to this time. This is the word. Or these are the words spoken by Rama exactly. So that's the reason this is the sentence what Rama said. So without changing any meaning, we are writing as it is. But anyhow, here there are two verbs: a reporting verb and reported verb, and these speeches. Realize it was midnight. See, Barbara said, I don't realize it was midnight. See, whoever says, it may be said by Rohan, it may be said by Rajan, or it may be said by Roshini or somebody. But these are the words of Barbara only. As Barbara said, we said. Barbara said, I. Who is I here? I is Barbara. Realized that it was midnight. These are the exact words of Barbara. Who said these words will be the words of Barbara only? That's the reason we are calling it as direct speech. In indirect speech, the original speaker words are changed. So, but when we are converting this into indirect speech, what will happen? We are converting, we are writing the meaning of these words. For example, the same sentence, what the direct speech here, Barbara said, I don't realize it was midnight. Barbara said that. So when we are making one sentence, because we reported and reporting, both verbs are joined with a connector. That word is that. It's a connector. So we are breaking inverted commas too. Barbara said that I is Barbara. So we are writing instead of I, she did. Right? Past tense will be written as past perfect. Will she hadn't realized that realize it will become that had that was midnight. That was midnight. Okay, in such a way we can able to say in such a way the reporting of a speech by repeating the actual words of a speaker. For example, I am going, she said. The reporting of speech by reporting the actual words of a speaker. So we are saying, I'm going. These are the words of exactly the words of a speaker as it is. These the words which are in inverted commas are direct words. So here that is considered as direct speech. But an indirect speech, we are completely diverting. We are saying only the meaning. An indirect speech, it is a meaning of expressing the content of statements, questions, or other utterances without quoting them explicitly as it is done in direct speech. In indirect speech, certain grammatical categories are changed relevant to the words of the original sentence. So, here when we see Barbara said, I didn't expect. See, this is a sentence which is past, simple past tense. So, Barbara said that we are removing inverted commas and joining with a conjunction that. I, grammatical changes, some of the changes, simple present, simple past tense. Simple present tense will become simple past tense. Simple past tense will become past perfect. I hadn't, I did, I hadn't expect it was midnight. See how it is changing as perfect tense. So, except these grammatical changes, some of the prepositions and some other like you know pronoun changes and nothing will be changed from direct speech to indirect speech. So here we are saying it has a clue, it has a hint that whenever we are changing a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, the first term I said reporting verb, reported verb, both are going to be joined. So we need to join the two sentences. So here by breaking inverted commas, by removing inverted commas, then immediately whichever the pattern of the sentence tense pattern will be changed, and some of the changes are also taking place. The changes will be in pronouns. Pronouns will be changing. So when we are converting a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, one, the first change, we need to change the sentence order into appropriate tense. One, by removing inverted commas and joining a sentence with that or some other cases are there. We'll be coming to know. Majority, 80% cases that and remaining 20% cases, some other words are there. What are the joining words which we are using to connect direct like reporting and reported verbs, and some of the changes like the words this maybe that now and then here there was were like the words which are related with tense pattern, or like we only tense pattern changes are there, like even pronoun words are also changing. Pronouns sometimes how they are changing, I have provided here you a table of information which is giving you clarity on how it is, how it will be changing. Then here before going to learn about why about direct and indirect speeches, why we need indirect speech. What is the importance of indirect speech? Indirect speech is to report what someone may have said. So it is always used in the past tense. Listen, I'm saying about somebody's words. I'm saying about somebody, what somebody has said. So in such cases, indirect speech is compulsory. Indirect speech is required. Always, we may not say as a first person said. We are trying to say the meaning to the speaker's words. So in such cases, indirect speech is necessary. In such cases, we are changing the tense also. For example, if the speaker used a simple present tense, we are saying its meaning in simple past tense. If a speaker has spoken something in present continuous as the second person who listened it is presented in indirect speech, we are writing it in past continuous. So such changes will be occurring in simple present tense from direct speech to indirect speech. Still, further, some information is given here. So it is always used in the past tense. Instead of using inverted commas, we can show that someone's speech is being described by using the word. So every time the direct speech is quoted in inverted commas, but whereas in indirect speech we are saying the meaning of the direct speech words, and it is joined with the verb which is before that one by using a word that. We compulsory, it is we are using that to introduce the statement first. For example, she said that she was not hungry. This is an indirect speech. Exactly, the direct speech is she said, I am not hungry. She said that I am not hungry, because simple present tense into past, simple past, present continuous into past continuous. She said what I am trying to say. As she said, I am not hungry. So we're converting into indirect speech. She said broken inverted commas and used that. She said that I am. I, who is I? She. She was not hungry. So in such a way, we are saying the meaning to the words of the speaker in such a way. And here, and for the next classes, we are going to learn how tenses, different tenses can be changed, and how imperative sentences and how interrogative sentences and different other sentences can be changed from direct speech to indirect speech. In our further classes, we are going to learn about all those. And before going to end the first session of today, let me clear you few more things about direct and indirect speech. Speech is the spoken words of a person. That's nothing but first person. Speeches are two types. They are direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech means if we say exactly as what the first person said, will become direct speech. For example, Rohan said. These are the words of Rohan, not my words. Rohan said. Put a comma, start inverted commas. I am playing cricket with my friends. Closing inverted commas. See, I am playing cricket with my friends. The words of Rohan, what Rohan has said. These are the words of Rohan. What Rohan has said, I am playing cricket with my friends. But whoever say these words are the words of Rohan only. So when we are translating this sentence into indirect speech, Rohan said, so we are removing comma and breaking inverted commas using a conjunction that. Rohan said that I am. Who is I? Rohan. So I will be changing as he. I am. He was playing. He was playing cricket with his friends, my friends, his friends. With his, he was playing with his friends was exact sentence. In such a way, we can able to change the sentence and sentence tense also. So here, direct and indirect speech will be helping us and interchanging the speech and the exact words of a first person as without changing any meaning or converting it into indirect speech as it is with a few grammatical changes only. So in our next class we are going to learn how this will be helping us and solving the questions which are related to direct and indirect speeches and our next lecture. And till then, just stay tuned and just click on the bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching it.